Shut up, be quiet. Shh. Shut up, stop crying. Shh. You don't wanna, you don't wanna, you don't wanna, you don't wanna.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be listening to me from. I hope this Monday morning brings joy and good things to you today. If, for example, the Monday has not brought good things to you, don't give up, because the Lord is always watching over you, no matter what. Welcome to Nyabohanse channel. In this channel, we just want to sanitize the air around us, sanitize the air around our friends, the people we care about, and make sure that they are living in unpolluted territory. We want to strip the venomous haters of their venom, correct the lies they are spreading, and just make the air beautiful for us. So this Monday morning, that is our target. So my wonderful returning subscribers, I do not take you for granted. This channel is for you. Welcome back. For my returning watchers and listeners, although you have not subscribed yet, I still appreciate you, because you are supporting my channel by watching, by listening, and by commenting. Thank you for choosing Nyabohanse. This is the way to go. Please watch up to the very end, like the video, and please subscribe. Don't forget to share, and on your way out, hit the notification bell, so every time I upload a new video, you will hear the ting and you know Nyabohanse is here. So today, my dear people, I want to go back to the lady called Black Demon TV. In fact, I always ask myself why she calls herself Black Beauty TV, yet she's trying to run away from black as much as possible. She talks so badly about Africa, she talks so badly about African people, and to put the icing on the cake, she has bleached the black out of herself. So what is black about her that has made her choose this title or this name, Black Beauty TV? I wonder. I'm still asking myself that question. But anyway, it is what it is. Now this woman, I'm just going to sample some things that she said in her different, things that she normally says. So I'm not just focusing on a particular video, but I'm focusing on certain specific things that she has said that I just want to react on. Now this woman believes that she is the yardstick for measuring cleanliness, whether somebody is dirty or not, for measuring how people should do things, what people should say, how people should live. She has decided that she is the yardstick. That if you want to know how to live well, follow Black Beauty TV. If you want to know how to dress well, follow Black Beauty TV. If you want to know how to put on a nice wig, follow Black Beauty TV. This is her assumption, because she is deluded and she believes that she knows everything. So in one of the videos, I think she watched Marwa. When Marwa came from, he had gone to cut his hair, so he was going back home. And he was telling people how he wants to go and take a shower because he feels his hair is so dirty, which is understandable, very, very understandable. But when you're ignorant, you do not understand things. You take things at face value. So this lady came out very, very loudly, For those of you whom I don't know if, she said, Marwa, why are you showing us your filthy hands? Huh? Don't put your filthy hands on the camera. Don't show us your filthy hands. You have put your hand on Kaka and then you are showing us. You are very, very dirty. You are a very, very filthy man. I looked at that woman and asked myself. I checked Marwa's hands and I asked myself, what is the dirt and the filth that she was talking about? In fact, at some point I thought Marwa had dipped his hand in something and was showing people, maybe to make fun or something, only to realize that she's talking about, Marwa scratched his head and said, I'm just from the barber shop, going to cut my hair or to do my hair. So I'm not cut my hair, actually, he had gone to shave. So I'm going to, I'm going to take a shower and not cut his hair. Marwa has not cut his hair. He had gone to shave. So she, I was shocked. She was so angry. So I went back to that Marwa's video to see exactly what it is that made this woman angry. And I concluded that this is just a bitter, angry woman. A bitter, angry woman whose target is to abuse people, try and body shame people. But you know what I like about Marwa is that these things that these people say, don't body shame him really, because this is Marwa. This is his life. And I told myself, even for her, try walking in the sun, take a shower in the morning, walk in the sun, go wherever you're going, come back and scratch your hair and see if it's as clean as it was when you left your house in the morning. You will have sweated and you will have sweated and your hair will definitely be sweaty. That is a fact. But you see, for somebody who lives a superficial life, how can she know that? How can she know that? Wow. And why would you tell people, you have dipped your hand in caca? So is that what she does? Because for me, I have actually concluded that this woman always talks about things that she has done herself. So she has dipped her hand in caca. So she thinks everybody does that. And then she went on to talk about, Marwa is not carrying his backpack today. You look much older when you're not carrying your backpack. One thing about these lazy people is they are so obsessed about people's ages. And most importantly, they are so obsessed about Marwa's age. I don't know what obsesses them about Marwa's age. This woman who is so crazy about Marwa's age lives with a man who is old enough to be her grandfather, and yet she has never reacted about her husband's age. I've never heard A.M. Carol reacting about Black Demon's husband's age. I've never heard her friend Coco woman reacting about this woman's husband's age. Yet they are always on Marwa's age. Oh, Marwa, your age. Oh, Marwa, your age. Please, what is your age? Wow, give somebody a break. Give somebody a break. Please. And then her other problem is, is somebody married to who? So for some reason, she came to talk about Nasto. When she's talking about Marwa, she has to bring in Nasto and she has to bring in Mayugno, because these are the people she wants to abuse. These are the people she has beef with because they are doing better than her. And she does not want to accept that. She has been sitting on that stool for the last almost 7 years and she has nothing to show for it. Mayugno has built a beautiful house. Nasto has built a beautiful house. So these are the people she's hitting, because she is jealous of what they have. So she goes on that, Nasto and Miss Flay are not married, and even Rosio and Marwa are not married, and yet he keeps calling her his wife, his wife. Does she know the agreement they have made? Does she know whether they have gone and signed, gone to the lawyers and signed an affidavit? Does she know that? She knows nothing about any of these things, and she goes para with that mouth of hers. And Nasto and Miss Flay have not told her whether he has gone to get consent or visited Flay's parents or not. They don't know that. And even if they were cohabiting in Kenya, that is legal. It is legal. So legally, she is his wife. So why is she so obsessed with this? Does she want them to organize a wedding so she can have more content about how the wedding is? Or does she want them to take them with them when they are taking bride price so she can have things to talk about how it was conducted? There are things that you will not be a part of. White Beauty TV. There are many things you will not be a part of. So you better get used to that. You can grab at straws and fish. Even fly fishing is allowed, but there are things which you will never know and you will keep guessing. Keep guessing, madam. Keep guessing. And then she decides that Rosio is now ashamed. She is so ashamed of Marwa. She's ashamed of who she has chosen. How did she arrive at this conclusion? When did Rosio call her and tell her, I'm ashamed of this man? When? Which day? If she's ashamed of a man and she has never brought her man, she never shows her man on anywhere, then that's her problem. Rosio is happy with the man she has chosen. Marwa is not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is ever perfect. Marriage is always a work in progress. So, there are times when somebody will be quiet. There are times when somebody will be happy, chatty. There are times when somebody will be sad, will be happy. But it doesn't mean that you are happy with your choice. This is something they have been trying to throw down Rosio's throat. All this, even when they were traveling to Southern Africa, they were always, oh, she's sad, oh, she's miserable, she wants to come back, until she came online and told them, hey, stop it, I've made this choice and I want to do it. How can somebody be a busybody from morning to evening? How was she born? How did she become such a busybody that she wants to read everybody's lips? Even what has not been mentioned, she wants to read it and pull it out of your lip before you even say it. This woman. When you talk of evil women, this one is the first in that list of evil women, witches. She's a witch, this woman. Finally now, she came out to accept that they feed off Marwa, because Marwa mentioned something about how they feed off her. So she said, yeah, we feed off him. But he also feeds off us. And I ask myself, when did Marwa ever put any of these people's videos on his channel? When? Maybe I don't know. If there is one, maybe somebody can show me. Because I have never. Marwa mentions these people in passing. He talks about how they they talk about people's families, they talk about people's wives, and he talks about how he's the one feeding them, which is true. Anyway, whether they like it or not, it's true. But Marwa feeding off them, that is going to be news. News in the YouTube streets that Marwa is feeding off the lazy gang. He never mentions any one of them by name because he doesn't even know their names. He doesn't care what they are called, whether they are called modestas, or whether they are called black beauty, or whether they are called white beauty, or whether they are called coco mama, or carrot, or carol, or car whatever. He doesn't care. You are not part of the equation that forms his life. So how does he feed off you? What is it that he gets from you that adds value to his channel or puts money on his YouTube channel? He makes his own content every single day of his life. He is on about himself, his wife, his child. If you are one of those three, then he feeds off you. Are you his wife, or are you his child? Or are you his mother-in-law? Wow, this woman. And another thing that, this lady came about, Marwa was, she came to this Marwa's life when Marwa was doing a live and he was holding the baby. So he goes on about it. In fact, she's been going on about, oh, they are endangering the life of the child. Oh, they are mistreating the child. Oh, he's putting donations before the child. Oh, he wants donations so badly, so he doesn't care about the child. Marwa was carrying the baby. And he was, doing a live. He was holding his camera. Marwa always holds his camera. So she was going on, oh, he's holding the baby is almost about to fall. Even the subscribers are telling him, oh, hold the baby like this. Oh, you are hold the baby carefully. But sincerely, any person who has never had a child, who's holding his child for the first time, will always hold the child in a certain way. Like even me, when I go visiting somebody has got a baby, I go to visit that person. I always tell them, oh, hold the head like this. Oh, put the head like this. Oh, put her like this. Or put him like this. Because this is a new experience for them. But that doesn't mean that he's going to make the baby fall because he wants to do YouTube. Please, let Marwa carry his baby. You and your husband, you carried your babies when the babies were born. Let Marwa carry his baby. Sincerely. So she gives him advice. Marwa does not know anything called camera stand. Let me tell him what camera stand is. In fact, she even says, if I was not doing video, I would have shown him what camera stand is. Because I have this one of mine, and I just put it there and I do my video. You see, you have discovered a new thing. Marwa knew about camera stand long before you even bought that one of yours. In fact, the day you bought that one of yours, you even unboxed it for us to see. Marwa already knew about camera stand, and he has talked about it so many times. Sincerely, he prefers to hold his camera. That's his style. Your style is sitting there and putting your face in front of your camera stand. There are some who want to like to work with that ring light. It really doesn't matter. It's somebody's skill and expertise. His is holding his own camera. So if he can hold his baby and hold the camera and do his life, how does it eat you? So her worry is, she says, he doesn't want to buy a camera stand. She even told us the price of a camera stand. She even told us, hey, you buy this from Amazon, it's only this much. We know how much they cost. White Beauty TV, we know how much camera stands cost. So this is not your exclusive knowledge. And then she says, oh, because maybe he wants somebody to buy him a stand. He does not want to buy it for himself. He wants a subscriber to buy for him. So what? So what? If a subscriber decides to buy for him, so what? Why does it eat you? These people, the problem with them is that Marwa has things that they don't have, and that's what they want. Have you suddenly become Marwa's advisor? Have you suddenly become Marwa's baby advisor? Because if that's what you want, Move in with them. Go to Argentina, so you can move in with them and be telling them these things, because you seem to be now becoming this. Oh, he should buy a stand. Oh, he should hold the baby like this. Oh, he should wear this for the baby. Leave this couple alone. Let them enjoy having their first child. What is wrong with holding a baby and doing YouTube? People do that every day. I've even seen it many times. Even if you go to YouTube right now, you'll see people sitting with their babies and doing live. This woman, busybody, nosy woman, wants to enter everybody's house. That's why I said the other day when I was doing that video on Flare, she's this kind of women who in the village, they want to be peeping through the curtain to see what's happening in your house. They want to see if your husband is eating breakfast or not. They want to see if your husband is not talking to you in the morning. They want to see if you have come out of the house when you're not smiling. Busybody women. So she goes on and said, oh, you might think that I watch his video. In fact, I don't even have time to watch his videos. I don't have time. I can't waste my time watching Marwa video all the time. He does 1 hour video. I don't have time to watch his 1 hour video. Usually I know how to watch. I just go in and pick that particular thing that I want and then react on it. How can you know what he has said in a video that you have not watched? How can you go into a video you have not watched and you don't know what somebody has said? You go in to pick that thing and react on it. You know, this woman is a liar. She wants to eat from another person's pot and pretend that she's not eating from there. You are watching Marwa's videos every day. You sit there and watch Marwa's videos so you can have something to say on your channel. That is your niche. So please, don't pretend. Because if you don't watch his video, then it means you are a liar. Everything you are saying is a lie. And that is exactly what we have been saying. You people are liars. You lie. You pick one line and you run with it and create a mountain out of it. So at least you have owned up and accepted that you are a liar. That is progress. Progress being progress. Please, Black Demon TV, this message is for you. These are new parents. Let them learn their own lessons. Let them bring up their child. Let them hold their child. Let them make mistakes and then learn from the mistakes and go on. Let them learn how to bring up their child. Rosio's parents are there. You think they are not teaching them and they are not helping them to know what they don't know? Now you have decided that you are going to be teaching Marwa across the globe how to do things, how to hold the baby, how to bathe a baby, how to feed a baby. And then she goes on. And then Rosio is just lying there shameless. Or in the chair while Marwa is doing his life. What is shameless about you, the wife, lying on the chair with the baby as the husband is doing a life? What is shameless about that? Is it because your husband cannot come and lie on the chair when you are doing your life? He is too old to even come and listen to what you're saying because he knows what you're saying is nonsense. He will not even understand it anyway. So because your husband does not do that, you feel it's shameless for Rosio to lie down there? Marwa's audience are happy to see his wife and they're happy to see his child. And Marwa is a family man. He wants to include his wife in what he's doing. So why does it eat you? Why does it kill you? Why does it choke you? You want to die over it. You are going to die over something that is not yours. Why Nigerians always say, why do you swallow a Panadol for a headache that is not yours? This is not your headache. This is Marwa's headache. Let him swallow a Panadol for it. Please. Yeah, Black Beauty TV. You are overstepping your boundaries. Why is this lady looking for drama? So at some point she decides, she is complaining. This lady is always complaining about Marwa's child. Now she's complaining that Marwa has carried the child and the child is not dressed. The child is cold. And there was even no need for him carrying that child. Why did he have to carry that child? Look at this woman. I think Marwa went out with the baby because he wanted the baby to have some sunshine, and he even said he's going to have vitamin C and some vitamin D. So they were just outside for a short while, and then he said, oh, the clouds are coming in, it's getting a bit chilly, and he went back in the house with the child. This woman saw that and she came. Why has he gone out with that child? The child is not even properly dressed. That child is going to catch a cold. What? I went back to that video to check that child. This child is putting on a full romper. The child is putting on a full romper and is even covered. I can't remember whether the romper had a hoodie or not, but the child had a full romper. Now, plus socks. The woman decides that the child is not dressed and is going to have a cold. And the father of the child already came out and said, it's hot, the sun is nice, let him have a bit of sunshine, which is good for the baby. And the father of the child, when he saw that it was getting cold, he said, it's now getting cold, the sun is disappearing, I'll take him to the house. He said himself without Black Beauty coming to tell him. Now Black Beauty makes a video and it goes on about that. This woman, please, why are you complaining? Rome was not built in a day. Every mother and fathers learn as they go along. They learn as they go along. Let them do it. Let them learn. Give them space. With time, Marwa will learn how to hold the child better, how to support the head. Because this is a small thing. He had never known how to hold a baby. Even you, when you got your first baby, did you know how to hold? You'll say, oh, I'm African. I've been holding babies. Even our mothers, when they get the baby for the first time, they are taught how to hold the baby. And they make mistakes holding the baby, but they eventually learn, oh, I have to support the head like this. I have to support his back like this. Those are things they learn. Let them learn with their own child. You already have your 2 children with your husband. Now you are chasing another man's child. If you want a 3rd child so you can be using it at demonstration, go and tell your husband that you need another child because you need a demonstration child. Please. And she went on about how Marwa is doing a live and he's holding the child. Why is he holding a child and he's doing a live? My dear, many people work at home with the advent of technology. There are people who work at home, so they Zoom they have Zoom meetings, they have team meetings, they have what do you call this other one? They have meetings online with clients, with their colleagues, with their management, with their offices, with their staff. And sometimes they have a small baby. They are holding a baby and they are having their Zoom meetings. So why shouldn't Marwa hold his child? This YouTube is Marwa's job. So he works online. Just like people worked online during COVID. So if he's holding the child and working online, what is wrong with that? We did that. When COVID came, We were working online. We were holding meetings online. Eh? We were having meetings online every single day. Sometimes meetings that last hours. You are holding your child. Those children are alive. They didn't die. They didn't fall down. So please, cut Marwa some slack and give him a break. Cut some slack. Madam White Beauty, give Marwa a break and give Rosio a break. You have suddenly decided that now your target is Marwa and Rosio and their child. Every day a video about Marwa, Rosio, the child. Every single day about Marwa, Rosio, a child. When Marwa took the child out and they went out, the family, oh, that child is not even 40 days and you are even taking him out. In some countries, you get a child and the maternity leave is only 2 weeks. And after that, there is no nanny, so you have to carry the baby to the daycare. Please, give people a break. And then she goes on about, and anyway, Marwa is not young. He is over 40. Many men of his age would have had like I don't know how many children, and their children would be big. They would even be having grandchildren. And Rosio, she is not young. She's 30. In the village, an 18-year-old child will have gotten a baby and know how to carry the baby. So she cannot complain that she cannot carry the baby and she cannot, I don't know what this was in context of. Why is this woman obsessed about people's ages? If a girl in the village of 18 decides to get a child and decide that she can survive with that child, that's fine. People are different. They are brought up differently. If Rosio never had a chance in her life to hold a small child, this is the first small child she's holding, then let her learn. Don't compare Rosio with some girl in the village who has lived in the village and has done so many things. There's no comparison. You always give examples of people in the village, yet with the same mouth, you are always castigating Africans. Oh, these African men. Oh, these African women. Oh, this African mentality. Oh, this African that. Yet, you want to use that same African woman to compare to Rosio, because I think there's something you are saying Rosio does not have the experience of. What is wrong with you? What is your problem? And then she went on about all this thing that Marwa said, he still wants 8 kids. 10 little, Marwas running around in the house. So what if he wants 10 kids? That is their own personal decision, just like it was your decision to marry the grandpa. It is Marwa and Rosio's decision whether they want 10 kids or not. If he wants 10 kids and Rosio doesn't want 10 kids, they will see how to compromise. It's not your job to come and tell him or her what to do. Nobody ever told you when you decided to marry that old man. Were your parents were happy? Of course they would have been happy. You are marrying a Muzungu, they'll be getting, what is it called? What do you call German currency? So please, leave people alone. You made your mistakes, you made your choices, now you want to chase other people and live their lives for them. And then this thing of Marwa said, he was happy that it was a boy because he wanted a boy and God gave him a boy. So she goes on to say, some baby boys are useless. Some baby boys are useless. Like in Marwa's family, Marwa is useless. He doesn't help his family. His family. The only person who helps his family is D. She's the one who sends money to the mother. Marwa does not give the mother anything. This woman now even knows who sends who money in Marwa's home. She even has that knowledge. Can you imagine, subscribers? This woman even knows Who sends money to who in Marwa's home? She already knows that Marwa does not help his parents, that David does not help his parents. It's only D. Mwango who sends money. Look at how foolish a woman can be. Did you look at the mother's M-Pesa messages, or did the mother tell you? And when did she tell you this? Or is it Max who told you? Or is it, what is that man? Gintu. Is it Gintu who told you? She knows who is doing what in Marwa's family. From there in Germany, that seat where she sits, she knows by osmosis. By osmosis and diffusion, she already knows who does what in Marwa's family. Who sends what, who does what, who pays what. Hey, this lady. So when we say she's a witch, she must be flying at night to go and check what is happening in that home, because she's so obsessed with it. Then she says, Marwa now lives in Argentina. He doesn't live in that village, so he needs to change. The person who needs to change is this woman. This woman with a mouth that is too big for her body. She's the one who needs to change. She left Nigeria. She left Sudan, went to Nigeria. Then she left Nigeria, went to Germany. Then she lived in a convent. Then she moved around with all sorts of men. And then she finally settled on an old one. But she did not leave those village mentality habits of hers in Nigeria. She did not. She carried that baggage with her to Germany. The abusive nature. So like I said, this lady left Nigeria. And yet she still carries her Nigerian habits with her. Her abusive nature. She abuses people online. She uses foul language online. So who is supposed to change? Is it Marwa, or is this cave woman who is supposed to change? Cave woman, you need to change. You need to change those terrible habits of yours. Who has Marwa ever abused? Apart from the fact that he called you witches one time, and that was simply because you people came at his sister. Two of you coming for his sister, nasty women. Nasty old women coming for one girl. You abuse people online every day. You use foul language, you use nasty language, and you think you're the only one who has exclusive right to use nasty language on people. And then you dare come and tell Marwa, you need to change, you need to change. Change what? What do you want him to change? Shame on you. Shame on you. You've decided it's donors who built Marwa's house. Were you there when that house was being built? Did you follow the progress of that house? Which donors built the house? Did you contribute anything? Marwa earns from YouTube. He earns money on YouTube. Donors supported him when he was building the house. But he built the house. And that is a fact that you people do not want to accept. But whether you accept it or not, that is your own problem. It will, what do I say? It will, nyonga you. Nyonga you means it will, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what word. It will stifle you yourself. It's going to choke you. It's going to stifle you. But it's the truth. So, whatever you say, you are the loser here. Really? And you know, when Marwa now started talking about, he was trying to talk about how much it costs to cut, to go to the barber, in New York, how much it cost to go to the barber where he was in Argentina, where he is. And so he said it's much cheaper here. And in UK, in the US, it cost me, I don't know how many dollars he said, and then he converted it to Kenya shilling. So this lady again was angry. Yeah, how can you compare that place in Argentina with the US? US is a big city. It's a big commercial city. You cannot compare the cost of life in UK with people all over the world. Has become a global village. That's why we have data. That's why we have statistics. So government can compare things that are happening in different countries. Finance, trade, commerce, all these things are now compared because they are all in one platform. So if Marwa decides to compare going to a barber in Argentina to going to a barber in Kenya and to going to a barber in UK, why does that make you so angry? Why does it make you so angry? Why does it eat you? Why does it kill you? It's the truth. The prices are different because they're in different cities, and he has every right to compare that. I remember when my husband first went to Italy, and whenever he wanted to buy anything, he went to the supermarket and he wanted to buy something. He would go look at it, then look at the price, then take his calculator and calculate how much it would cost in Kenya shillings. And then sometimes he would not even buy it because he would say it's too expensive. So eventually he got used to it and he said, okay, this is it, this is how it is. Because the thing is, when you live in Africa, things are cheaper. And that's why the cost of living is cheaper. So when you find yourself in a place where, okay, you'll be earning more, but your mentality will always be what you are used to. And when you convert, you'll always see that, this thing is expensive. And we also had the same experience in Seychelles, you know. That was our first international traveling experience. And whenever we went somewhere and we converted, we felt like, oh my God, this is so expensive. In Kenya, it is this much. But you get used to it. So if Marwa is comparing, let him compare. That is his, what do I say, basic human right. Why does it bother you? This woman, she didn't know anything before she started earning on YouTube. She was just some useless YouTuber there, doing some useless content until she discovered Marwa. Now she goes on as if she knows everything, and when you listen to her talking, you ask yourself how an ignorant person can come online and talk like that. I've never gotten over this woman's ignorance. Never. Because things that are very, very logical and simple to understand, which are so explainable, she comes and stands there and comes out with her outrageous, stupid interpretations. Wow. And then she goes on to say that, the problem with this Africa, Marwa, you need to be satisfied with what you have. The problem is you are not satisfied with what you have. And this is the problem with most of these Africans. They are never satisfied with what they have. The problem is greed. And then I asked myself, this woman, she has a nursing job, which pays her a salary every month. Her husband has whatever it is that he's doing, and he must be earning some little money from it. Marwa's job is YouTube. This woman is not satisfied with what she's being paid on a monthly basis. She is not satisfied with what her husband is giving her. And she is telling somebody who is a YouTuber who has no other job to be satisfied with what he has, so he should stop working. She's a nurse. She has a husband. She's not satisfied with her income plus her husband's, whatever it is that her husband gives her. She's not satisfied. She has to come on a stool every single day of her life to talk about another man so she can earn money on YouTube? So who is not satisfied? Who is selfish here? Who is greedy here? Is it the person whose job is YouTube, or the person who is chasing other jobs yet she has a stable source of income? Who is greedy? Maybe we should redefine the term greedy, because I think this woman has forgotten what greedy means. Huh? Why are you dying on YouTube? Why are you looking for Marwa content every day to make ends meet? In fact, if there's a day when she doesn't post a video, she comes to apologize, because she feels like she even feels like she's missing money for that day. Today I've not made a video, I'm going to miss that money. Eh? This is her source of livelihood. She's hanging in there like it's her lifeline. And yet she's telling another person that person is not satisfied. Be satisfied. And you are not satisfied. Greedy woman. And then she goes on to say, oh, Marwa has a mansion, has more money, and she's living 100 times better. What 100 times better? Sitting there every day on a stool, you think you're living 100 times better because you feel that Marwa doesn't buy the things that you buy? You think that because Marwa doesn't buy the things that you buy, you live 100 times better? I look at you and I sympathize with the life that you live. I sympathize with the life that you live. If that is what you call living 100 times better, then sorry, you don't know what living better is. Huh? When did you even start going out with your children? We can even go back and check. When Marwa money started coming in, then you started taking your children out, because now you started having money. Eh? Why weren't you contented with the Nigerian men that you had before you met this Muzungu? Why weren't you contented with those Nigerian men? Why had you go for a grandfather? If you see a young girl going for a man who is old enough to be her grandfather, you know that there's something wrong. You know there's a desperate person here. So you dare come and call somebody greedy, not satisfied, and your life history simply points at that. From the time you left your country, from the time you rode on that boat, you landed in Germany, all of it just reads greed, 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 because otherwise you'd be in your country, with your country people, building your own country. But greed is what got you from there and took you to another country. And greed is what has made you, for example, not satisfied with your own income. Greed has made you not satisfied with what your husband is giving you. Greed has made you come now to be attacking a man and his wife and his child and his mother and his father so you can make content. Greedy woman. Shame on you. Shame on you. Wow. Huh? And then apart from calling people greedy, she calls people parasite. Now let me define for you what a parasite is, and then we can now see who the parasite is. According to the dictionary, a parasite is an organism that lives in or on an organism of another species. It benefits by deriving nutrients from at the other species' expense or at the other organism's expense. I'll read again. A parasite is an organism that lives in or on an organism of another species and benefits, underlined benefits, by deriving nutrients at the other's expense. So let's now come to Black Beauty and see between her and Marwa who is a parasite. In this case, the parasite has attached itself to Marwa's videos Who has Marwa attached himself to? Let's see who has Marwa attached himself to. But the lazy gang have attached themselves to Marwa's videos. So are they parasites or not? They are parasites. They are deriving nutrients at the other person's expense. Who is deriving nutrients at another person's expense? The lazy gang are deriving nutrients from Marwa's videos at his expense. Because when a parasite sits on you, it feeds on you, and it actually, stagnates you. These lazy gang people have stagnated Marwa's progress on YouTube. They have stagnated his progress by their parasitic behavior. So who is the parasite? So next time Black Demon TV or White Demon TV, before you call anybody a parasite, look at yourself and what you are doing. You are being a parasite because you are not living from your own content. You are parasiting on somebody else's content. You have attached yourself to somebody else's content. You are like a leech drawing blood from somebody. So finally, when she brings in something about Gabi said something about people who don't want to help her, and she decides this is disrespectful. And yet herself, every day, go to her channels, every single channel of hers, go to them and see. If she's not abusing Di Mwango, she's abusing Marwa, or she's abusing her mother, or she's abusing their sister, or she's abusing David Jr., or she's abusing Mayugno, or she's abusing Nastor. So basically she abuses people online. So she can come here and dare tell Gabi that she's being disrespectful. So what is the meaning of disrespectful? If it does not include abusing another person who has done nothing to you. What did Marwa's mother do to you? What did Marwa's father do to you? What did David do to you if it was not refusing to be used by you people? What did Mayugno do to you if it's not being refusing to be used by you? What does Nastor do to you if it's not refusing to give you his content? Shameless woman. Married to some man chasing young men. Married to some man chasing young men because you want what they have. You will never have what they have. You will continue to be the witch that you are. You will continue to be the witch that you are. You can bleach yourself to white or even silver or whatever color you want. But the fact will always be that you are that little African girl who came from some remote African village and landed in Germany and got married to some man who is old enough to be your grandfather out of desperation. That is who you are. And when I look at you each day, I sympathize with you so much. I sympathize with you. So leave Marwa alone. Back off. Back off from him and his family and his child. Let them be. Let them bring up their child. You brought your children up. Let them bring up their children, their child. My God, can't you give somebody space to have time for their child? Every day Marwa, every day baby Maisha, every day Rosio, every day the baby, every day the... Wow. So who are you exactly? The Wizard of Oz or what? My subscribers, sorry for the long video. This woman just makes me want to pull out my hair sometimes. When I hear some of the things that she comes out with, I just feel like pulling out my hair. Because I've never seen a woman so ignorant like this one. I don't know which people she treats in that hospital. Oh, Prince Dinga, please come with your injection and inject this woman so that her head can get well. Thank you very much, my subscribers. Thank you very much, my listeners. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May God bless you. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and please don't forget to hit the notification button, like my video and share, and please comment. Let me read your wonderful comments. Thank you, and God bless you.